Good morning, Lou.
Good morning. I'm looking for my tennis shoes. I'll put on boots. Very easy to find. So today it is supposed to rain all afternoon, so we are going to have a fairly simple day. Just driving from one campground to the next. Tomorrow it's going to be sunny, so we'll go out exploring again. So since we're not doing anything too exciting today, we wanted to show you what Italian campgrounds are like. We're Heath and Alyssa. In 2014, we got married and started traveling America in an RV. We fell in love with RV life and came up with the crazy idea to RV in foreign countries. Now we're RVing across Italy with our sweet daughter Ellie and our friends John and Peter.
Good morning, Italy.
One interesting thing about this campground that I guess I didn't notice with the first campground we stayed at, we've only stayed at two RV parks, I guess as you would call them in the States. These all have trailers that are clearly here year round, and each trailer has like a building built around it.
They're like really ornate though. It's
yeah,
like,
they're like fancy.
I would call them the equivalent in the US would be like teardrop or like really short trailers basically, but that have like little wooden structures attached. So I don't know if people come out here in the winter time or all year, but on their brochure they exclusively have pictures of it with snow on the ground. So I'm assuming people come in the winter.
Oh,
otherwise,
this campground with snow on the ground?
Yeah.
Popular winter camping, I guess.
Totally. All right, you go take care of her. I'm gonna go dump us. Obviously the campgrounds here are much smaller, as are the roads and pretty much everything in Italy. So whenever we were coming into the campground last night, you basically have to wind your way through these trees, and I swear there was maybe like 1.5 inches or 2 inches on either side of the RV, but we made it in and it was fine. The plugs here are pretty interesting. So I've got this plug, which plugs directly into our RV, and then I have this extension, which my plug plugs into right here. So I pull that out, and then I've got to follow my cord behind John and Peter's RV over there to the plug. Bingo. I will say, way easier than folding up my 50 amp cord. Way easier. I need to drive now.
All right, let's go jump the gray tanks, Ellie. Do you want to help Daddy? She wants to drive us there. So Heath has to back up over that tiny grate right there and dump his gray tank. Am I right?
Yes. Heath has to get the outlet right over that grate, so it's got to be real exact.
Sweet.
All right. Got the gray tank pipe right above the grate.
So Peter, you already did this morning, right?
No, there's like a brick oven pizza thing over here.
You're already the resident expert?
Oh yeah, we did this morning.
All right, let's see.
And what you're gonna want to do is get on this side because you're gonna get splashed.
It's gonna let it flow. Rumbling, tumbling, here comes the gray. So what have you thought of Campeggio so far?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's so much like in Australia and a little bit like in England too. Things like dumping. The odd thing is, it's different from in North America, is that you don't dump your black and gray water in the same place. They separate them. And it's the same thing here. All this water that's going out here is gray water, but the black has to go in a sanitary spot that is handled differently, I guess. I don't think this goes out to the river. I hope not. But it's definitely a different place than the black water.
Where we dump the black. Can't really see them, but those are the mountains last night. The Dolomites look absolutely incredible from the campground. So far, this trip has been off to an incredible start. I think my biggest fear before coming into this whole adventure was driving stick through the Italian countryside and small roads and little villages. And it has been stressful, but it's been more of an adventurous stressful. Like, we're definitely not the only people not from Italy who are traveling around in motorhomes on tiny roads. And the campgrounds so far have been awesome. little privacy for our RV that's doing its business this morning. Recycling. Looks like our gray is almost out.
So where Heath dumped the gray, that's like the dump station for the park. There's no dumping at your site, unlike American parks. One other thing that's very, very different about Italian campgrounds is that you pay in the morning when you leave. So whenever we show up, we give them a passport and they write down our information. And then just before we check out sometime today, go to the office and pay and head out.
Buongiorno.
The city tax.
Ciao. 27 euros. And now we are on the road to our next campground. Is this my RV? Hey, Angel. Hi, you ready to go camping? Let's hit it. Let's do it. Yeah. Did you just stall in the middle of the road? One interesting thing about the campgrounds, at least that we've seen from our research, we've only stayed at 2 so far, our 3rd one is going to be tonight, is that there's a lot of them that are very much camping destinations. So they don't just have campsites, they'll have a pool and a hotel and a spa and a pizzeria. There was a pizzeria at the campground we were just at, but it was closed today, so we didn't get to enjoy it. Hopefully this next one we can go to the restaurant, get some real authentic Italian food at a campground. We just pulled up to our campground. It's really, really cold outside. The temperature has dropped. Looks like the skies could open up at any second, and Heath just ran in to give them our passports, and then we'll go find our spot. All checked in?
Checked in.
Where are we parking?
406 and 407. I took a photo on the map.
Awesome.
They have a supermarket and a pizzeria here.
Seriously?
Yeah. Super convenient.
Do you see numbers anywhere? Okay, 603.
Right.
Okay, so go up like 3 more little roads. It looks like you should be in the site that this guy is in. This is 407 right here. He's loading up his bikes, yeah.
We just got to our campsite for the night. It is called Olympia something, and I'm pretty sure this is a chain. We haven't looked it up yet. We just seen a couple of them over the past couple days, but it's definitely the nicest campeggio that we've stayed at so far, and it's supposed to rain today, so we got here a little bit early, and we all need to get a little bit of work done. Ellie needs a nap, that's her work. So we're just gonna hang out here for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up, leave from here, and there's a lake nearby that has been one of the main things that we wanna do up here in the Dolomites, so we're really excited about that. Also, right next to the bathroom. Quite a few of the campgrounds that we've been to so far in Italy have been massive. This campsite that we're at right now has a little over 200 sites. It's got a dump station, it has a restaurant, and also it has a supermarket, which is crazy.
It's kind of hit or miss with any RV park in the States on if the bathrooms are going to be good or not. So far that's kind of the same here in Italy. The very first campground we went to, the bathrooms were like outside. Like you were basically in the elements when you were showering and things like that. This one is hands down the nicest bathroom I've seen in any RV park anywhere in the world because of this. They have a baby bathtub. They have a whole bathroom just for babies. Like, I've never seen this before. That is so cool. And they have a whole washroom for kids. That's really cute. So now it's time to give Ellie a bath in an RV park. Who would have thought? Hey, cuties.
She's got my nose. Ellie's learning cause and effect. As soon as you walked away, she pulled the plug. Now there's no more water.
Oh no, Ellie! Your bathtub's empty.
All right, now it's time for bath time to be over.
Overall, Italian campeggios are not all that different from American RV resorts. There are RV sites, cabins, and sometimes tent camping sections, plus communal bathhouses. The campsites we've seen so far are small gravel or grass pads that in many cases were just long enough to fit our 7-meter motorhome. Plus, they only offer electricity at sites with water fill-ups and dumps in separate parts of the park. Now we are going to fight the rain so that we can go get pizza at the restaurant that is here in the campground. I love it! So, I've seen some campgrounds in America have restaurants near them or in them. This is so fancy. I feel like I shouldn't be talking to the camera, it's so fancy.
All right, bon appetit. The fact that we're in a campground right now is incredible. I can't believe this. Got the bill.
Is there anything else in there?
Oh, there's candy. Oh, nice. That's amazing.
That's cute.
We just finished dinner. It was incredible. Not just because it was at a campground. It was the most decadent. Is decadent a good word to describe a restaurant? That's usually dessert.
Decadent.
Yeah, right. It was the fanciest restaurant we've ever seen at a campground. And we were gonna go to the supermarket that is also at the campground, but it's closed, unfortunately. So we're gonna go back to the RV and just hang out. But we have wine, so that's okay. Alyssa and Ellie had to go back early, but so far campgrounds in Italy have been awesome. Do you guys agree?
Oh, absolutely. And if not for the fact that we're raining.
Where did John go? We lost him.
What was that about?
I saw an ice cream freezer, so I thought maybe it was like an ice cream vending machine.
Oh man. I'm just kidding, I didn't forget about you. Come here.
Okay, hitting that bump at the same time that thing passed you was terrifying.
What are you doing? Be very still, it won't see you, Ellie.